When Black Lives Matter protests erupted around the country in the summer of 2020, newly released court documents revealed Daniel Perry intensely watched the chaos, quickly becoming angry. In a social media post, he described the protesters as a zoo full of monkeys. The unsealed documents include 76 pages of social media postings and text messages. Most of these details were not shown to the jury that convicted the Army sergeant of murdering protester Garrett Foster, and raises new questions about why Texas Governor Greg Abbott is rushing a push to pardon this convicted murderer. Foster's family and longtime partner have called the governor's call for a pardon disgusting.
This has been a complete nightmare.
The court documents show Perry talked about killing people and shared racist memes and comments on social media, including a 2019 message saying, "Too bad we can't get paid for hunting Muslims in Europe." And in a Facebook message in May 2020, just months before the deadly shooting, Perry wrote, "He might have to kill a few people on my way to work." Another text said, "I might go to Dallas to shoot looters." Perry's attorneys called the release of the documents a political move by prosecutors and said Foster also made posts advocating violence. In this 2020 post, Foster praised the burning of a Minneapolis police station. Perry's attorneys are calling for a new trial, saying they want to introduce evidence that Foster repeatedly instigated confrontations and was the, quote, first aggressor. When the murder happened on July 25, 2020, Perry, now a 35-year-old Army sergeant, worked as a rideshare driver and had just dropped off a passenger near a BLM protest. Prosecutors say Perry drove into the protest and instigated a confrontation. Perry's attorneys say Foster, a 28-year-old Air Force veteran, motioned to Perry as protesters were beating on his car.
I gotta practice some of our rights.
Foster was legally carrying an assault-style weapon that night. Perry had a handgun in his car, and at some point in the exchange, he fired multiple times, killing Foster. During a police interrogation, Perry gave several versions of the position of Foster's gun.
I believe it was I believe he was going to aim it at me. I didn't want to give him a chance to aim at me, you know?
Perry also told police he did not try to kill Foster.
I honestly did not want him to die. All I wanted to do was to incapacitate him.
A Texas jury rejected his claims of self-defense. We reached out to Texas Governor Greg Abbott's office to find out if he was still pushing for a pardon of Daniel Perry, given this new information that has come to light. His office responded with a simple one-sentence statement which read, "All pertinent information is for the Board of Pardons and Paroles to consider, as this is part of the review process required by the Texas Constitution." And what he's referencing there is that the governor has to wait for the recommendation from that board before he can issue a pardon. But right now, there is no timeline on exactly when that will happen. In fact, we should all remember that this trial isn't even over yet. The sentencing hearing hasn't even been scheduled.